Hey, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about a figure that Hasbro fell a little short on. Um, Not as far as quality or um, the detail part, it's the availability. So if we pop this guy out, you'll see what I mean. This is the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Eel. Now, these figures were highly sought after because you need an army. These should be army builders. However, they were very exclusive, did not come out in the numbers they should have. I hope that Hasbro will re-release these in the numbers so these can come down in price. A lot of them are almost double or even triple the price. And until we get more, that will just continue to soar. So on the front here, we see a Cobra Eel and some eels from the old storyline. We see his accessories. We see some artwork. On the side, we shall see him and his barcode here. On the back, we have some detailed figure shots and a little bit of accessories here. We have a little bit of attentions and warnings. And on the side, we see he's 81, and there's his artwork. So for weight scale, this guy comes in at 7.2 ounces. So let's get this guy out of the box and see how cool he is. So now that we have the figure out of the box, let's see what he comes with. He comes with this spear gun here. You see he has a loop to catch it on his wrist if it falls off or he just drops it. He does have his scuba mask with hoses. Now these would plug into his oxygen tank. And we can see here, we have a little logo there for Cobra. Some nice details in it. He does come with a knife and a set of flippers. Now let's get a closer look at the figure himself, and we can see that this guy has the Cobra logo in silver. Has his scuba gear on. Bring in a look at his feet first. We have the holster for the knife on his calf muscle. See, he does have a information gauge on his right hand or right wrist. And that. So the flippers themselves, they just fit in, and you'll notice they do have a hole in them. So this would be good to put on the feet, and so they can still peg hole into a stand, which you will probably need. So let's get him suited up a little bit. Get it all in here. Let's put the knife in the hole. Get the other scuba. You just simply slide it on, just like you would in real life, which is nice. Peg holes are lined up. His backpack simply just goes on, and you'll notice contoured for his back. And you definitely have to get the holes lined up. Mine slipped a little bit. There we go. And once you do that, it's pretty good. Stands up on his own without that. So you want to slip this around his wrist before. And then slip it in his hands. Come on. Work with me, not against me. The world will be such a better place. And he's working against me. Cobra Trooper here. Oh, there's someone that don't want to go. There we go. finagle and get him all squeezed up for that. Now his mask simply just fits on his head, and then we'll just get all squared up and then plug them in the hole in the back. Now this will limit his movement but as far as this goes, he can still look up pretty good, down, left and right with the mask on. His arms do come to a nice T-pose, rolls around, has the upper bicep, does have the double elbow bend, and his wrist rotates around. As far as leaning forward and back, pretty good job. And his diaper does not hamper his movements on his waist. As far as splitability goes, he does the Van Damme, and that is due to the new pulling down and lets the hips or the ankles come up. He does have this upper thigh bend or swivel, a double bend in the knee, and his ankle is the typical ball joint for G.I. Joe. And as I already showed you, he already has peg holes for both feet. So the flippers will definitely add to his stability standing up. So he's one of the ones that really doesn't need any stands. Now he does come with the Cobra Eel number 81 locker and the artwork from the box, which the figure comes in. So very nice. So, how tall is the figure? Well, the figure is a normal G.I. Joe, 6.5. So that means Marvel Legends and Star Wars will fit in nicely. And he will be just a little bit shorter than the McFarlane's DC Multiverse figures. So, like I said before, the only thing that's plaguing this figure is the availability, and people just snatched this figure up when it first came out. Like I say, I hope one day that we get a new run of this figure, because you definitely want more than just one of these guys. And coming in at the price of 2 figures, you can probably only have one of these guys, unless you are fortunate enough to get it at the beginning. It's going to be harder now. So until next time, guys, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.